Well, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to our program. Recently, you guys know we've been focusing on uh, smart things that we should be doing during this time of isolation, and we've been bringing you guys very very smart people. These are not just people we just take off the streets, okay? These are people who are professionals in what they do. They are professional coaches, they are counselors, they are people that you pay them a lot of money to just come and counsel you or speak, on a topic. But they've been so kind to they've been so kind to allow us to bring them on our show. And so today we're going to be bringing to you one of our guests whose name is Noela Ugu. I've been trying to bring her in to join us via Zoom, okay, but we seem to be having some problem of connection. Um, there is no video yet, but we as soon as we get a video, we're gonna bring her in on the show. So just bear with us a little bit, and we will bring her onto the show. But I'd like to really ask that if you have not yet subscribe to our channel, that you do so, because when you subscribe to our channel, then every time we have a new video or we have a breaking news, it comes directly to you. You get the notification, and also we ask that you help us to share our videos and you leave a comment for us. We read your comments, we respond to whatever suggestions that you make to us, and so we'll keep hoping that Noela will be able to join us, and we will bring her on the show. But while we're waiting, please go ahead and share this video. Just go ahead and share the video and invite as many people as possible, because the more the merrier. Okay, so go ahead and invite people, and also you can send us a suggestion about somebody that you want us to interview on this program. It doesn't matter from whatever part of the world they are. We can bring them in through Zoom, through Skype, through any other platform, and especially Africans. But it doesn't matter even if they are not Africans, as long as there are people who are interested in what goes on in Africa. We are willing to bring them in. So yeah, we're still waiting to have Noela join us by video, and that's where we are right now. Yes, Noela, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to start by allowing you, because when I do these things, I mess it up. So I try not to do it for people. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself, tell us who you are. Tell us, I know you're a professional coach and you do so many things, but even before you do that, guys, let me let you guys know one thing. I met Noela when I was doing my campaign for governorship in Nigeria. I called my younger brother, Ifes Nigeria, and said, I need someone to help me put up a meeting in Port Harcourt. And in less than 24 hours, Noela, I don't know how she did it, she put up a meeting in Port Harcourt, and it was awesome. So that's when I knew, how important it is to deal with people like Noela. I knew her skills from then, and it's been very good since that time. So take it from here, Noela. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do.
Okay, what I do is I help individuals and businesses achieve peak performance. In a
O-
nutshell, that's what I do. So I
Okay.
like to see people move from a level of mediocre performance, average performance, or undesirable performance, if you will, to a level of high performance, superior performance, excellent performance. So if you're an individual or you run a business, all I do is just help you get better, because I believe that we can always get better.
Oh,
Again, I work with children. I work
Okay.
with teenagers, I work with children as well from age 7, because I believe that when people learn life skills
Uh-oh. There we go again with connection. Oh, jeez.
it's easier for them to stay their trajectory. They're able to hear you perfectly. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your picture is
Can you hear me
frozen.
now?
Yeah. I can hear you, but the picture is frozen. But go on. Yeah, you're okay now. You're okay now. No.
Really?
You know what? You wanna take out your video and maybe let's see if audio
Okay.
can work better.
So do is to extend what I do to the okay. I've stopped my video. Is that okay now?
Yeah, go ahead and talk. Let's see if that
It's
would
now.
make it better. Yeah, go ahead, talk.
Okay, great. So I extend what I do to children and young adults as well. Because,
Mhm.
like I said, when children learn life skills early in life,
Mhm.
it helps them to stay more focused. They
Okay.
know exactly what they want. They don't grow up in the dark like people like us did. A lot of us did trial and error,
Mhm.
and we made unnecessary mistakes. So I try to help children avoid those pitfalls that are avoidable. There are things you can't avoid in life, but there are things you can actually avoid. So
Mhm.
I extend what I teach the adults to the children as well. So I do this through training, coaching, mentoring, and then during holidays, we organize programs for teens and programs for children. And then we also have a free holiday program for, I mean, future change makers we know that really need what we are
Now,
doing
Noela,
to get like,
let me ask you a question before we
go ahead.
even go deeper. Who is Noela? Who are you? Who are you?
Okay, so I have said who I am and what I stand for, but I guess what you want to know is probably about my family, my background, and things like that.
Yeah, your
All right,
likes,
so
your dislikes, yeah, let's get to know you personally so that
all right,
when you begin to actually talk about things, when you begin to give an advice, we want people to know who is talking, the kind of person who is talking. So let us know who Noella is.
okay. So Noella is somebody who, first of all, I'm a wife, I'm a mom.
Mhm.
I have 3 bubbly boys, highly energetic. Thanks to COVID, they wear me out every second. So I wouldn't be surprised if my 2-year-old runs past the screen and somebody sees him behind. So don't be surprised. With COVID and with lockdown, a
Yeah.
lot of things can happen when you're live. So if you see my 2-year-old run behind me or come to talk at my clothes, don't be surprised. So I have 3 boys.
Yeah.
I am a blogger.
Okay.
I have a blog, noelaugu.me, and my blog is a resource center for those seeking personal and professional growth. So I don't write gossips or anything like that. I just focus on topics that would help people grow. So you want something on personal development, visit noelaugu.me. You want something on time management, you want something you can use to grow your team as a business person or as a team leader or supervisor, you can also visit my blog. So
So what
what
pisses
I
you
do,
off? What pisses you off?
what pisses me off? Well, one weakness that I have is that I'm impatient with the negative people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite impatient. I'm working on it. I teach emotional intelligence. So
Yeah.
I'm actually using emotional intelligence to address that part of me. But when people are set in their negative ways,
Mm-hmm.
I find it really difficult to cope with such persons.
Really?
Otherwise, I really don't have many things that piss me off. Really, I try as much as possible to navigate through things that I don't like. I
So
just
tell
have a
me
way of
what
just navigating.
what scares you? What scares you?
What scares me? One thing that scares me is poverty. I hate poverty.
Okay. I hate that one too.
I hate poverty. It scares me to my marrows. I hate poverty. So I work very hard to make sure that I don't find myself there.
Okay, what
So
inspires you?
what inspires me is seeing people get better. If I can just make somebody get better.
Okay.
I have this hashtag, become more. People can always become more. Right from when I was a banker,
Yeah.
I always made sure that my team members became more.
Yeah.
Way beyond what the bank expected them to be, I made sure I invested in my people. I sowed so many seeds in their lives for them to just become more, because there's so much that we can do as human beings.
Okay. So
So
you
becoming
used.
more is just what gives me the high, the natural high. I just
Okay.
leave you much better next year.
All right. So now you used to be a banker. Just walk me through. You were a banker, and then you sound like you're no longer a banker. What happened? Just briefly, tell me that transition from you used to be a banker, and then what you do now, and then we'll go into the topic for the day.
Okay, in 2002, I was employed by Guarantee Trust Bank in Nigeria to, I worked in the retail arm of the banking business.
Okay.
And in 2007, I left GT Bank to work with Stanbic IBTC based on their own invitation. They actually invited me to set up the private banking desk for the Eastern region for Stanbic IBTC. So I
For
left GT
in
Bank
Nigeria,
doing
right?
that. In Nigeria still, yes.
Okay.
So in 2011, I left the banking industry completely to set up my own consulting firm, which is Ben and Christie Image Consultants and Trainers.
Okay.
And it will interest you to know that right now, I still work for Guarantee Trust Bank, but as a consultant, as a trainer. So I train them, and I've been training them ever since I left the industry, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Since 2011, I've been training them, and we have a host of other organizations we train, many other banks, people across different industries, oil and gas, hospitality, health care, just name it. As long as there are human beings that need to be developed, as long as there are businesses that need to get better, they need their performance to improve, there will you find us. You'll find
So
us.
so so tell me, why did you leave the banking industry to establish your own consultancy?
Okay, you know that in life, it's always good to do whatever you're doing very well, even if
Yeah.
you think that that's not your calling or that's not your passion, but just do it well. Because somehow you find out that where you are opens your eyes to who you are meant to become. So that's what banking did for me. I've always had this flair for helping people become better, but I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do that or how I was going to turn that into a career and all of that. So when I was in the bank, I had the opportunity of being trained. I was trained. I gave it to Guarantee Trust Bank. It's one place where you get trained. They invest in their people. So on during one of the trainings, it was a training on goal setting. The consultant made us to set our 10-year goal. In fact, from Guarantee Trust Bank training school, we're actually meant to set our long-term goal. I knew I was going to end up as a teacher, but I wasn't sure what kind of teaching I wanted to go into. So after the training on goal setting, the formal training on goal setting by the consultants, it became clear to me who I actually wanted to become. And I was able to number my years in the banking industry. So it wasn't
Wow.
like I was enjoying the banking industry. I was an A star banker, but I had a higher calling. I had something that fulfilled me much better, and that is helping people become better. So you see that it was right where I was that I discovered exactly who I was meant to be. So I left the industry because I had something that fulfilled me much better, and that was helping people become better, developing them.
Awesome, awesome. And now that brings us to our topic for today. Let's talk about this COVID-19. We all know that this COVID-19 has just it wasn't expected. We never saw it in any of the crystal balls. All the religious leaders and all the super prophets that prophesied what was going to happen in 2020, none of them saw even a shadow of it. Although a lot of them are going back to say, when we said there will be trouble, this is exactly what we meant. But we all know that nobody saw it. But it's upon us, and that's the reality of our times. Now, tell us what you think um, people are going through, because some people are going through things, but if you ask them, they will say everything is okay. But from your interaction with people, from your counseling people, tell us what you think people are going through, especially as it pertains with families. And let's just open up with paint a picture of the scenario that we have in families right now.
One thing we can't deny right now is that a lot of people are terrified. A lot of people are really, really terrified. Organizations are downsizing right now. Many people have actually got their letters saying, we don't want you anymore, we can't afford you anymore, we can't keep you anymore as we speak. So people are terrified, people are confused, people are frustrated
Yeah.
because they don't know exactly what they're going to do after COVID-19, after the lockdown is lifted. So there's so much fear. There's so much fear everywhere in families.
Yeah.
So that is the prevalent thing right now. People are confused. People are asking many questions. People are broke. We were told to stay indoors, but a lot of people don't even have the money to stock up. So
Yeah.
as we speak, there's hunger in the land. People are hungry. They are devastated. There are people who can't eat except they go out. They eat from hand to mouth. Now they can't even go out. They are stuck in their homes. They are hungry and they are frustrated, and their children are looking at them.
True.
They don't even know what to tell their kids. So they are miserable. A lot of parents are feeling like they failed their kids because they don't know what to do. So that is what I know that is happening right now. And if I tell you that I'm also not afraid, I'll be lying to you. But fear is natural because we are all human. Okay. But for me, because I already know how to work on my fears and turn every opportunity that I see, or every difficulty I see into an opportunity, or at least try to look for opportunities in any difficult situation, because there are people who are coasting right now. There are people who are just having a field day right now, Chidi. There are people who have, in fact, they've just broken even for the first time in their lives. There are businesses that are thriving regardless of what is happening. So it's not all gloom and doom. So on one hand, some people are happy.
Yeah.
On the other hand, some people are miserable and confused. So that's the situation right now.
Okay. So I don't even know what to say. It is. I have also had interactions with people. I've had people reach out to me, and I've had to help people that you never thought it will come to that. Okay, but that's the reality of our time. But then sometimes when we get overwhelmed with situations that we don't seem to know or have answers to, we just shut down. We just shut down. We can't think. We can't do anything, and that's the purpose of having this kind of discussions. Now, I need people. I need you to navigate us through what people should be doing right now, because this situation will come to pass one day, and people are
Of course.
dying, but definitely not everybody will die. There's always survivors in a situation. Now, those of us, for those of the people who will survive this situation, I need you to speak to us about how we should be preparing ourselves for the post COVID-19 era. Because when all this is over, what will be happening? I don't think things will remain the same. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, first things first. Every battle we'll ever fight, win or lose, will always start in our minds. So our mind is the most important thing we're going to be working on right now.
Okay.
Our mind is a very powerful tool. So whether we're going to see opportunity in what is happening right now in the world, or we're going to just see the gloom and the doom, it all starts and ends in our mind. So
Okay.
we need to reset our mindset. That's
Okay.
number one. We have to come to the realization that this change has happened. It's not just happening, it has happened.
Yeah.
And most of the changes we are seeing right now have come to stay permanently. They've come to stay permanently. There's great disruption in the world, and the disruption has also affected the family units, whether we like it or not.
Yep.
So, I started a book review session 2 years ago, and just last month, because of what is happening and the way some people were still living in denial, Some people are still waiting for the lockdown to be lifted so that life can come back to normal. And I tell them, there's no old normal. We are in the era of the new normal. This is a new normal. This is a new now. And that's why I tagged this topic, the new now. This is the new now that we have. This is the present situation. Denial is shortchanging yourself. Living in denial is just postponing the evil day. So I recommended Who Moved My Cheese to my audience. And I told everybody to read that book. It is an easy read. It's a very short story, but the wealth of knowledge in that book could last you 20 lifetimes.
What did you say as the name? What's this? What
Who
is it?
Moved My Cheese?
Who
Who
moved
Moved
my
My Cheese?
cheese? Okay.
Yes.
Is it online?
It's online. You can get the e-copy.
Okay. If you
By
have a
Dr.
link,
Spencer.
you can send me the link. So we'll just post it up, and those of our viewers can just click on it and know how to get it. But go ahead.
Great. Okay, so what the book basically talks about is how to develop the agility you need in changing times. How not to live in denial. Things are changing. You don't just pretend that it's not happening. It is happening. Denying it wouldn't make it, you can't wish it away. And denying it won't make it go away. It has come to stay. So COVID-19 has disrupted our lives.
Yep.
People are wedding online. People are being buried online. I celebrated Easter Mass online. Every Sunday, I stand in front of my TV and I'm worshiping online. Every day by 12 noon, I'm in front of my TV. I'm worshiping online. People, even 5-star hotels are beginning to deliver food to people. Now, people have realized that people are holding AGM meetings online.
Okay.
A whole lot of things that happen online. So all those face-to-face meetings are being curbed. People are not going to be holding a lot of face-to-face meetings anymore. And what it also means is that a lot of people are going to start working remotely permanently. Because a lot of organizations are going through tough times right now.
Yep.
So in order to cut costs, they are going to make some functions to work remotely. So if they can see that certain people can work remotely without really harming the quality of delivery of service, why not? And of course, you know that if you're working remotely, you can't be paid like somebody who resumes every day in the office. So people are going to take pay cuts. That is the reality of now. That is where we are right now.
So what should we do?
What we should do is, first of all, to change our mindset and begin to look out for opportunities in this present situation. Because everybody is not crying. That is the truth. Some people are actually laughing. Some people are throwing parties online because this is their season. The question is, what are they doing? What can I learn? So instead of staying in your house, see, social distancing did not say online distancing. People are physically distancing themselves, but we are closer online right now than we've ever been in our lives.
That's right.
I get invitation for at least 6 webinars on a daily basis. I just attend the ones I can attend because I can't live online every day. I mean, I have other things I need to do.
Yes.
So there are a lot of free advice, free webinars, free this, free that happening online. Join a community and hear how people are able to deal with these issues.
But Noela, a lot of people just think, oh, that online thing, there's so much evil online. I don't do this online something. I don't do this internet thing. I'm not computer literate. All this techie. I'm not techie. Some people are even like, it's like a cliche. They are proud to say, oh, please, I'm not that techie. What message do you have for people like that?
Okay, I will tell them that I am still not techie. But because I know that technology is inevitable right now, I have to learn it. Yesterday, I attended a webinar facilitated by somebody else. And we were talking about Zoom. And I told the class that the very first time I facilitated an online program using Zoom, I never knew how to use Zoom. I never facilitated any training using Zoom. I would attend, but I never facilitated one, But I just told myself that I have to learn this thing because this is is where the world is going. And then I had to do it. If I hadn't done it, I would have lost like 500,000 naira income by just being set in my ways and beating my chest to say, move with the time.
See?
You know, some people say that social media is noisy. And I tell them, go and add to the noise. Go and add to the noise, but make sure you're making a healthy noise. Make sure that your noise is adding value. It's not all bad noise on social media. People are doing businesses on social media. People are connecting with the world on social media. People are establishing themselves as thought leaders in different fields on social media. People are gaining insights on what is happening globally on social media. So you go there, sift through the chaff, take the grains, and walk away. That's what life is. When you go to the market, you don't talk to everybody you see. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sorry. What kind of jobs do you think will become essential after this post-COVID-19?
Post-COVID-19, anything you can run online will be really, really lucrative. Just get your business online. You can become a writer, you can become a guest writer. You can become a remote assistant. You can do a whole lot of things online. Okay, so just get online. Just know that things have moved from brick and mortar to the online space. This is where majority of the people gather. So you must, first of all, you must acquire some technology skills. You have to.
So it's better for people to use this time to try to brush up on. Yeah.
You have to. It's a recommendation. They have to. In fact, let me even talk like a doctor. It's a prescription. They have no choice. You must learn technology right now. And you must learn the art of selling. Because you must be selling something. You must be selling value. You must be selling value to get value. So I'm not a salesperson. You must sell. You know, when I teach professionals or business owners about selling, you know, some people tell me, oh, Noela, I can't sell. You know, some people are born salespeople. And I tell them, nobody is a born salesperson. Selling is an art. It's pure. You can learn it.
And let me add here, because when you see, and that's the problem, people still think about terms have changed totally. In fact, people should go and learn a dictionary of what terms are right now, because when you say people need to sell, when you talk about selling, people still think about selling in the traditional way of selling an item, a physical item, and somebody is buying it. Yes. There are so many virtual things that are sold right now. So that's the area that I want to maybe, because people have things that they don't know they can do. A lot of people are good comedians. They crack jokes amongst their friends. They don't know they can make, you know, some living out of it by opening maybe a social media channel and, you know, getting subscribers and, you know, marketing other people's, or even getting a deal to market an item for a company. You know, those virtual things are what maybe briefly explain to people what you mean by selling online, apart from just the physical selling.
Okay, when I talk about selling, you know, I said you can sell a lot of things. You can sell ideas. You can sell knowledge. In fact, the people who are selling knowledge right now are the people who are in real business, because people are looking for knowledge. People want to acquire new skills, you know. So people are learning graphics design, robotics, artificial intelligence, coding. People are learning a lot of things online. So go online, find out what you're passionate about, and find who can teach you. And then I saw a dance instructor who started teaching people dance online. So COVID has made her to stay at home. So she cannot go to her studio to gather people to teach dancing. She's teaching dancing online. So she has moved from brick and mortar to the online space. So what stops you from moving? She doesn't have any commodity she's selling. She doesn't have any tangible she's selling. What she's selling is skill. So there's so much you can sell joy. You mentioned the comedians. You can sell hope. This is speakers are actually making money at this time because people are depressed. So people are looking for people who can give them hope. People are looking for solutions. People are looking for people who can advise them on what they can do after this COVID-19 issue. So if you have solutions, you know, a salesperson is a solutions provider. That is what you sell, solution. So what problems do you see right now? And how can you address that problem with the skill, the knowledge, or the talents that you have? And you're in business. You're a salesperson. It's just as simple as that.
Thank you so much, Noella. It's been a very, very profiting time with you. I'd like you to go ahead and tell us how people can get in touch with you. If you have someone who is on our YouTube handle, they can go ahead and paste links or contact information to you, because I'm sure a lot of people, this is not time enough for you to really go into details about the things that you've talked about, but I would like you to avail us of opportunities that people have to get in touch with you. So go ahead and paste it there. But before you do that, just a last note to our listeners and our viewers wherever they are. Let's try to see if you can come on video again, so maybe they can
Okay.
see you communicating with them. So let's try the video again.
Can you see it now?
1 second. Let me see if I can see you on video. Um,
I can see you perfectly.
you can see me. Okay, just give
Mm.
me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Um, ah, jeez. Okay. We will
I
get
can
there
see
now.
you. I can hear you.
Yeah, same technology thing. Okay, yes, I have you here. All right, so go ahead and address our viewers and our listeners, and then you put your contacts for us here.
Okay, what I would tell everyone is that this is the new now. What you're seeing right now is a new way, is the new future. The future is right here with us.
Mm-hmm.
Things are not going to change so differently from what we experience right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we need adaptability. The people who are actually going to survive post COVID-19
Mm-hmm.
are those who are mentally, physically agile, and organizations that have imbibed culture agility, leadership agility. You need to be agile. You need to be able to not just adapt to change, but also be part of the change,
Mm-hmm.
initiate the change, proactively initiate the change. So these are the people and organizations that are going to survive post COVID-19. There's no point living in denial, even in families. The line between what dad does and what mom does, the lines are blurred right now. So daddies are feeding kids, carrying them on their backs, daddies are making food, daddies are doing all sorts of things, mommies are doing, so roles have been merged. People don't eat
I
out
do
anymore.
all the
They are
cooking in the
cooking
house.
homemade meals
Me,
these
me.
days.
Yeah, you've touched a part that is I'm passionate about. I do all the cooking in my house right now. You see, if you see the hot water that I boiled yesterday, it was perfect, perfect temperature. The water was
What do you
clean.
mean by hot?
Hot water
Are you
now.
kidding me?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Do you think it's easy? I put water. It was cold. I put it in a pot. You know, I. Why are you laughing?
I
See,
can't believe this, Judy.
do you know? You think it's all this food that my wife cooked? When everybody saw the water, anyway, that's for another day. Just go ahead.
Okay, so these are all the new normals and the new era that all of us are in. Eating out, you can cook at home, you spend more time with your children, you understand them better, you pray with them,
Yeah.
you look into their values, you look into their schoolwork. In fact, parents have become teachers because if you don't stand by your child, you may not even be able to, the child may not be able to understand the online activities that are going on right now. So every time we spend at least 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours with our children in front of the computer, just going through their online activities with them. Because if you have young children, you have to guide them. So we have all become home lesson teachers all of a sudden. So all these things are not going to go away. So what it also means is that a lot of schools are going to adopt the online system of teaching. They might even decide to make some courses online permanently. Who knows if it's going to help them to cut costs and still achieve the same results? So let's not be afraid. Let's not be discouraged. Let's not be scared. But let's understand that within every disruption, is an opportunity. The question is, can you find it? If you can't, find someone who can help you find it. There are people who can help you find it, and I'm available. You can always reach me. You can reach me on my via phone. You can reach me on WhatsApp. You can reach me via email. We're going to send out all those. Chief, do I just reel out my phone number right now?
Yeah. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. And
Okay, for those who are not in Nigeria, my phone number is plus 234 705 703
I'm gonna
051
I'm gonna type it now.
4865.
Say that again.
Yes.
Plus two
Plus
three four.
234. Yes.
Yeah.
703
703
051
051
4885.
4885.
885.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can
Okay.
follow me on LinkedIn at Noela Ugu, Twitter at Noela Ugu.
Okay.
So we can hook up there.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Noela. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your taking your time to give us a free session, because I know it costs some money to. What's happening to my screen right now? You see what
I can
technology
see you.
does to us. Yeah, everything is split now. Um, Anyways, so yeah, thank you so much, Noella, for coming on. And please, when next we invite you, please make yourself available to us like you've made yourself available to us today. All right. Thank you very, very much. And send me well to your family, to your husband, and your kids, and everybody in your family. Thank you very, very much. Okay. God
You're
bless.
welcome.
Yeah.
Bless you too.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everybody.
Okay. Bye bye. All right, guys. So that was Noella speaking to us from her location, and lots of things that she said, lots and lots of things, very important things. And I will advise you to play back this video. If you're just joining now, it will be on our channel. If you play it back, you'll get to hear the things that she said before now. We're going to be bringing a lot of people on this show to talk to us, because I don't want this period to end and you just find out that, oh my goodness, everything has changed. Now that you are locked up indoors, when you open your doors, what are you going to see? Honestly speaking, we are like Noah in the ark. Okay, those of them in the ark, all they know is and for so many years you don't even know what's going on. But when they open that door, remember that in the ark they set off from Noah's place. But when they opened the ark, check out the distance from where Noah was to where the ark settled. So where we were before this COVID-19, and we got all locked up and we're in isolation, by the end of this COVID-19, you will see how far we have traveled from the place we took off. Now, the issue is, are you going to be ready for what you will see when they open this ark? Because I know you're going to make it. I'm going to make it. We are positive about this. If we make it by God's grace and they open the ark and we are no longer in isolation and we are set free, what are we going to meet? How will people be talking? How will business be done? How are people going to relate with each other? People are not going to be hugging each other. No, there's still going to be social distances for some months, if not years to come. People will not trust you to shake your hand. So all of the things that you used to know, all the things you learned to do based on the old system, they are all going to change. So how ready are you? A lot of you find this our series boring because you're tired of hearing something serious. You just want to have fun. But I'm telling you, I'd rather tell you right now what will help you down the road than just keep on telling you things that you want to hear. It's not about things that you want to hear. It's about things that you need to hear. And it is the things that you need to hear that we're going to keep bringing to you. That's our show for today. I hope you liked it. Go ahead and share it. Subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment. Click on the notification bell. Subscription is free. You don't get charged to click on the subscription button. It just helps you to get to know what we're doing, and it helps us to be able to spread this message to as many people as possible. Well, from all of us here in the Toronto studios of Worship Media, on behalf of Dr. Erica, on behalf of all the people in our team the world over doing all kinds of things, graphics, monitoring, spreading the content, coming up with new content, criticizing, advising us, all of you, on behalf of all of you, I like to tell you guys all over Africa, the world over, that I truly, really love you. And until we come your way next time, please stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.